Welcome. Today we're going to talk about SEO. I have a small presentation, and I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible. But there are a lot of details about SEO. Like it's like one of the most technical and detailed things that you can think about in terms of marketing. So uh, we're at the grace of the details. All right. So let's switch over to my screen. I have a presentation for you. So I'm going to go through some housekeeping and share some stuff, and then we're going to get right into the SEO. Right. So marketing implementation, as you already know, I am an expert in marketing, and I'm an expert more specifically in marketing implementation. How do you apply this stuff to your business? How do you make it relevant to you? How do you get leads? How do you get deals? How do you get that stuff going for yourself? All right. So marketing implementation and what we're going to be focused on is SEO specifically, and SEO stands for search engine optimization. We'll get into details a little bit later. This is a way I like to set expectations, right? So a lot of people will dance around and they'll play games and they'll pull on your heartstrings. I'm not that kind of person. So I have to set the tone, right? I have to let you understand how I'm going to deliver this information. So first and foremost, I got this from one of my mentors. The truth is, people are telling you things are easy, and they are simply not easy, right? One of the best things I could do for my life and my business is realize that things are not easy. They might be simple, but they're not easy. And once I begin to understand that things are not easy, the things that are worth it, right, I begin to have success because I was willing to work for it. Right. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that this stuff is easy. It's not easy, but if you put in the work, it's worth it. It'll make you wealthy. It'll make you successful. Whatever it is that you want to achieve, you will get there. So not easy, but definitely worth it. All right. So here's another thing, right? We run a digital marketing agency, and people kind of they come in and they want it all. And you simply can't have it all. Life doesn't work that way, right? And same thing in business. You can't have it all. So this is a graph that I always like to refer to, right? When you come in with our agency, if you want some kind of services, we can provide those services, right? And you can't have it all though. We can give you any two of these, but you can't have it all. So check this out. If you come in, you want to do business with us, you can't have it all. It can't be good, fast, and cheap, right? You can get two. And depending on what your priority is and what you want to achieve, you will get that. Understand? And more importantly, we're definitely not cheap at all by any means, but we're good and we're fast. So that's what we specialize in. However, if you do want cheap, one of these things is going to go down. All right. So just understand that you can't have it all. You can pick two, and we'll deliver that to you for sure. All right. This is our real estate goal planner. You can get a free copy by just reach out to me because we don't have that landing page set up just yet. Or actually, there will be a link available in wherever you're watching this, and that's where you can get a free digital copy. If you're interested in a actual physical copy, which I have, let me show you. If you want a free physical copy, this is what it looks like. It's 240 pages, and it's got everything in there that you need for your business, right? So I actually open it up to like one of my favorite sections, the new products, because we're always creating new products here. So that's one of my favorite sections. But it's got everything that you need in here. Track your expenses, daily planner, monthly planner, other resources for you, to-do lists and tasks, weekly goals, the week ahead, a weekly planner, the month ahead, a monthly planner. So everything you need in your business, in your real estate business, the year ahead, we kind of threw it in here in this neat planner for you. And the reason why I came up with this is because a lot of people don't, when they come into our business or when they come into our services or they want something specific, they don't know what they want. So this will help people get clarity on what they want and what they want to achieve. So this is that book. You can get a free digital copy. It'll be a link in the description. If you can't get the free digital copy, all you got to do is visit remarketingbook.com/planner, and we will send you one. All you have to do is cover the shipping on that. If you are, or you can check Amazon. If you get it from Amazon, it will be $39.97, and you can get the free 2-day shipping and everything like that. So there you go. That planner, it's free, or you can visit the website there. So, all right. So So we have a social media marketing implementation course. This course is specifically for real estate entrepreneurs, real estate agents, real estate investors, mortgage folks, anybody around real estate. If you create courses, right? Like it's for people, right? It's for who. It's not exactly what you do, but if you're a real estate entrepreneur, this is for you. Everything you need in there. And to learn more, you can either scan that QR code or you can visit the website down below. Go.digitalrealestatestrategy.com. Let's see. So you can see that there at the bottom. Go.digitalrealestatestrategy.com, or you can just uh, scan that QR code. All right, again, we're setting the tone, right? Sometimes people misinterpret my message. I absolutely care. But what matters more than anything in your business are results. What matters more is execution. What matters more is progress. So keep this at the forefront of your mind. This is the stuff that matters. You want results, you want execution, you want progress. Results over reason, execution over excuses, progress over perfection. All right. All right, so a little bit about me. I'm Jerome Lewis. I'm from the Philadelphia area. I'm a millennial. I'm silly, but I'm also serious. I run a marketing agency, which I told you about, and I'm a best-selling author. We have 8 books. I have 8 books that I've published at this point, and I'm also an international speaker, always open to speaking opportunities. All right, I have a background of IT. I used to work in the IT field. I am also an introvert, so I mention that so people don't feel intimidated or think that they have to be some amazing extrovert to have success in business. So this introvert is my personality, but my behavior is I like to refer to the DIS behavior assessments. My behavior is DC. So in the DIS world, that means I'm result oriented and I'm very detailed. All right, that makes me an implementer, right? That's part of the reason why I'm really good at implementation. All right, these are some past speaking engagements, past clients. Work with a ton of people, real estate agents, real estate investing associations, uh, real estate groups, brokers, you name it. If you're a real estate entrepreneur, we can provide services to you. These are just some of my favorite quotes for anybody. Like, listen, we're not going to make excuses. We're here to do business and we're here to be successful. Successful people don't make excuses. So these are some of my favorite quotes. Version 1 is better than version none. If you scroll down here, look, progress is what matters more than anything. So version done is better than version none. Get out there and get it done. Ideas are hard. Ideas are easy. Implementation is hard, right? So everybody's going to come up with ideas. You should do this. You should do that. And I always like to say, look, prove it, right? Show me. Ask those people to show you results, because so many people are going to tell you, do this, do that. Ask them to show you. Lead by example is how I always like to encounter. Oh, I saw this thing about this. Okay, you show me. And, just be mindful of that. Marketing implementation. Marketing is the process or activity of getting prospects interested in your brand, company, product, or service. And implementation is the process of putting a decision into effect, right? A decision or a plan. So implementation is the execution. Remember, we talked about that: progress over perfection, execution over excuses, and results over reason. All about that here. All right, so branding versus marketing. This is something we confuse a lot. We often mix branding with marketing. And here, this slide helps you start to understand the difference between the two, right? So branding is why, loyalty, trajectory, being and existing. Marketing is how, right? It's the tactics, the response, it's the doing. So understand that branding versus marketing. This is a good slide to determine the difference between the two. A lot of people do a lot of branding, but there's no marketing within their branding, right? Like the tactics, the strategies, the call to actions, the things that really matter that's going to bring business to them. Right, these are some tips to get the most out of this training. Make sure you utilize screenshots, right? To get the recording or slides, it will be in the membership area. To become a member, all you have to do is visit remarketingportal.com, and the slides, the resources, everything will be available there for you. Keep in mind, you can't learn everything in 1 hour. just doesn't work that way. This I set the tone earlier. We're going to be working here, right? Because successful people work. This will require some work. It's not easy. There's no easy button. So can't learn everything in an hour or 30 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever, however long the presentation is. There's consistent work, there's consistent studying, and more importantly, there has to be consistent implementation and execution. This is a Facebook group. You can check out the Facebook group to get more strategies, more tips, more training. You can scan that QR code, or if you're one of the members, you likely already have access. But to get access to the YouTube and the YouTube trainings, just scan that QR code and you'll be taken care of. Same thing with our Facebook community. So if you have questions, you need support, you need guidance, reach out, hit up our Facebook group, and we can help you. We can start to get clear, or we can start to figure out what it is that you need help with and how we can help you. And this is the planner. If you want a copy, all you got to do is scan that QR code and cover the shipping. You can visit Amazon.com to get it for $39.97, or you can, there'll be a link to get a digital copy in the description of this video. Social media stats. Social media is the #1 lead generation tool for realtors. The bottom line here on this slide is if you're not using social media, you are missing out on leads and business. So do your best to get acquainted and be accustomed to using social media. Social media, you may not like it, right? I often hear that I don't like social media. You don't have to like it to get business from it, right? And understand that your business is not about you. Your business is about serving your prospect, serving your customers, serving your client. So social media is absolutely important to increasing your bottom line and helping you get results. Same concept applies here to video. The bottom line of this slide is the real estate professionals, entrepreneurs, agents, and investors that use video, they do more business than those that don't do video. More specific stats, and the one that I really appreciate is that less than 10% of agents use video consistently. So be part of the 10% by using video consistently. You start to separate yourself. You start to become a brand by using video consistently in your business. It's the 80-20 rule. So if you do video consistently, you automatically put yourself in the 20%, right? So you eliminate a lot of your competition. Now, imperfect consistency beats perfect inconsistency every time. I talked about this. What's more important than being perfect or knowing everything is consistency. So get out there, be consistent, get your practice in, get your reps in. Consistency matters. All right, so SEO, here's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about SEO in simple terms. We're going to show some real world SEO examples, why SEO matters and its importance. We're going to talk about SEO marketing. We're going to talk about Google and YouTube SEO. Then we're going to talk about Facebook, LinkedIn, and other forms or versions of SEO. So we'll take a quick 30-second break, and then we'll be right back to talk about SEO. All right, so we're back and we're going to talk about SEO. Before we do that, I have a course, Social Media for Real Estate. You can get access by scanning that QR code or visiting that website at the bottom. There'll also be links to in the description below. All right, so SEO for real estate entrepreneurs. We're going to talk about the first topic of what is SEO in simple terms. So, defining SEO. SEO is a good way to explain it and simplify it is SEO stands for search engine optimization, right? And what does that mean? Well, that means, right, you're optimizing your content to appear in search engines, right? So you're optimizing your content to appear in search engines, right? So the O is optimization, search engine optimization. In simple terms, you're optimizing your content, your brand, your products, your services, whatever, so it can appear in search engines, right? So what is a search engine? A search engine is Google is a search engine as an example. So a search engine is it's a medium or a media where people go to search for specific things and they type in specific keywords, right? So that's what a search engine is. Now, let's go to an example of SEO. So we're going to do some real world SEO examples now that we have a definition of SEO. So what I'm going to do, what I normally like to do is I like to bring up a new incognito window. Right? Why? Because it gives you the closest experience possible. It's not 100% clean, but it gives you the closest search experience possible, right? So people like to be really particular. This is not for that, right? Is yes, I understand the IP addresses affect things and whatnot, but we're not going to go into that. So SEO, as an example, what is SEO? SEO would be, let's say we're real estate entrepreneurs, how to buy house in Philadelphia, right? So, or actually, let's just go to Google. So SEO is search engine optimization. These are all things people are searching for at the time of this, right? So these are searches. We're on Google, and Google is a search engine. This is a search engine, right? So another search engine is Bing. This is a search engine, right? So you type in specific things here, right? Look, you can check that out. That's a search engine. Another search engine is DuckDuckGo. So this is search engine. These are three search engine examples, right? And you can see there's a commonality there. They have a search bar, right? That's what search engines do. You're going to type in terms so you can begin to search for specific information. All right. So Google, Bing, DuckDuckGo are three search engine examples, and there are hundreds of search engines available. These are just some of the most popular. So search engine examples, real world examples. So let's say that term, how to. All right, so I'm in Philadelphia. I'm a real estate professional, and I deal with people that are typically searching, right? So Philadelphia, and let's do sell. I like to do sell. All right, so my keyword, right? So we're doing search engine optimization right now. So we're in Google, and a person would come to Google, and they would say, "How to sell a house in Philadelphia." This is the word and the phrase that they would put in, right? This is an example, and how to sell a house in Philadelphia. This entire thing, right, is called a keyword, right? It's a sentence, but this is called a keyword. And the longer it gets, there's what's called a long tail keyword and a short tail keyword. So a long tail keyword is long, right? It's a few words like that. How to sell a house in Philadelphia. This is considered an entire keyword. They call it a keyword, even though it's a phrase, or even though it's a phrase. This is considered an entire keyword, and people are searching for this specifically. This will bring you specific results. Now, a version of a short tail keyword would be that's a short term keyword, right? I put how to sell. Let's go back. So house. This would be a short tail keyword. You see that there? Sell house. It's short, right? So there's no definite after 3 words or 4 words. There's no definite, but typically long tail, it means it's longer than 3 words or so, right? That's an example. So search engine optimization, people come to these search engines and they put in very specific terms, right? Such as how to sell my house, or how much is my house worth. That's an example, right? Someone is searching in this. these results. This is a search engine. This is Google search engine. And as you type in what's coming up here, these are considered suggestions. And these are other terms that people are looking for that are closely related to the original search term that you're typing in. So sometimes people can come in and say, how much is my house worth? And they might take a pause and then look at some of these terms and click on one of these terms, right? These are terms that people are typically searching for. These are what they're putting in based on this keyword here. This is also a great way to come up with content ideas, right? So how much is my house worth in Philadelphia as an example? So that's one of my long tail keywords. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to proceed to that. Now, what we're looking here is the things that come up when you put in that keyword and you press enter, when you move to the next page. All of these terms, this entire page here, this is considered search engine results page. They call it SERP. They call it SERP, SERP. It's an acronym. So search engine results page is what this is. All right. Everything you're seeing here, these are the search engine results. This is the search engine results page. Now, something specific about this page, what we're seeing is we're seeing advertising, right? Which is another topic for another time, but these are the search engine results. So these people are paying for advertising. You can tell about the ad there. They're paying for advertising. And one thing, like ads work, but some people skip ads, right? Some people are unaware. They don't pay attention to this, but some people skip ads. Like me consciously, I'll skip ads if I know I'm not going to actively purchase something from the site because I'm a marketer and I just understand the importance of saving that ad budget and not wasting that. All right. So that's search. These are search engine optimization results. And this is for Google. So let's flash over to Bing. Bing is a search engine as well. So I copy my long tail keyword and I'm going to put it in here into Bing. How to sell my house, Philadelphia is coming up, and then they're making their suggestions as well, right? So I'm going to do a enter here, and they're running an ad. You can see this here. It's an ad. That's an ad. Sell your house in 7 days. Blah. These are all ads. They got their search engine is a little bit different, but you can see this stuff. This is their SERP, right? Search engine results page. So this search engine results page shows what it shows, right? And these pages should show different things. How to sell. So I didn't put in the same term. So let's go back over to the term, right? The correct term, and let's put this in. I want to show the difference between the two pages, right? So this is Google's search results based off this keyword. This is Bing's search results based off this keyword, right? So you can see there's a difference, right? That Google has more ads, and Google is typically, you'll get 90% of people use Google as a search engine, right? It's default. It's on a lot of Android phones, but just so you can kind of see some of the results. So we got ad 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 ads on Google, and then we jump to homes.com as the first organic listing on this search engine results page. Now we go to Bing, same keyword, how much is my house worth in Philadelphia? And they have one ad here. They have another ad here. And then their first organic is punching your address. It's homelight. No, that's not it. That's incorrect. This is an ad too. So they actually have as many ads as Google. All right, so there we go. Zestimate home value is the first. No, that's an ad too. Here we go. Homes for rent. So homes.com is the first search listing. Let's go back. Was it homes.com? So yeah, it's homes.com. Homes.com, Philadelphia. What is my home worth? Homes.com. Okay, so what we're seeing over on Google and Bing are very similar. So how much is my house worth? It's bringing up the same result. The pages look different, but this first organic is the first result. And you can see the difference like this. They're even giving like an estimated price. I don't know how, if you didn't put in numbers in, but that's another story for another time. But there we go. That's the search engine results, right? So search engine results page for here, we got homes.com. Over here on Bing, we got homes.com too. And then let's do DuckDuckGo and paste that in. Another example. So how much is my house worth? So DuckDuckGo doesn't have any advertising. I didn't know that about them. But you can see like here they have, oh, this is an ad. They actually do have ads. So this is an ad, this is an ad. And then they jump down to Zillow. How much is my house worth? Then we got the homes.com situation there. So each website service provides different search results based off their algorithm, right? So that's an example. Those are 3 examples of search engine results pages. Right now, let's go back to our slide. The next thing we're going to talk about is, so we talked about, I showed you some real world examples. Now we're going to talk about why SEO matters and its importance. So let's bring that back up. So SEO matters first and foremost because people are always actively searching for things on the internet. So a good example of this will be, and this is one of my favorite, keyword research tools. And there are many out there. You got keywords everywhere. You got all kind of keyword research tools. And I'm signing into this one. And these keyword research tools, what I'm about to do here is I'm about to show you the amount, like the terms that people are typically searching for, right? So dashboard keywords. So I'm putting a long tail keyword here, and I'm going to search for it. And this long tail keyword is a little bit too long, but how much is my home worth? Put that in, and here you can kind of see this is why SEO matters, right? So it matters because you see the terms, how much is my home worth? And I did Philadelphia, I was very specific, but typically people are saying, how much is my home worth? They'll do this. You got to think like a human, like think how people are thinking. So they'll come to Google, Bing, some of the search engines we just looked at, and they'll look for, hey, how much is my home worth? And this is the search volume per month, right? The number of searches this particular keyword has per month. So SEO matters because it will bring you traffic. So if you're an agent or a real estate investor, people are searching for this specific keyword, how much is my house worth? 40,000 times per month, right? So that's potentially 40,000 opportunities depending on where you do your marketing, right? But you get 40,000 chances to capture some leads each month. SEO will do this for you if you do it correctly, right? So that is why it matters. That's one of the reasons why it matters. And just to show some examples, let's go with sell my house. That's another example, right? So it's gone down, right? Sell my house, 8,000 per month. People are searching for this. Sell my house, 8,000 times per month. People are searching for this. So this is why it matters. Now, next, this is like, it's starting to get really technical, but this tool I'm using, like it starts to show you what the, how you can utilize SEO, right? So this SEO difficulty right here is telling you like how easy or hard would it be to get your page ranking on that page when you address this specific topic as an example, right? Paid difficulty. So paid difficulty is those ads that we were seeing. These ads that we were seeing, the paid difficulty measures that, right? Like how difficult will it be for me to rank on a specific page or on a SEO, search engine results page, right? That's an example. And then cost per click, right? So this is where it matters. People ask how much would stuff like these are estimates. So this is an estimate of how much it's going to cost you per each time somebody clicks your ad, right? If you're running paid advertising. $65, which is honestly not expensive in the grand scheme of things, right? You get a few people click in for your site, they're costing $65, $50, but you get a deal it's worth it, right? Especially us as real estate professionals, because we make thousands upon thousands of dollars. Real estate investors as well, right? So search engine optimization, we talked about why it matters. This is why it matters, because it will bring traffic to your business, right? And then you will retarget them correctly, right? If you need help with that, we offer that as a service, setting up your remarketing, setting up your retargeting, so you can follow up with these people. That's an example. This is why it matters. Let's go back to our slide. Now, SEO marketing it's like creating content around these results that people are searching for. So an example that you can do is you can type in "sell my house" and you can create articles around that specific word. Like for the tactics, if you need assistance with that, just reach out to me. Um, we provide those services, but this is how you do marketing. So you create natural organic content. As an example, let's go back to our search engine results page. And this website, homes.com, they're creating content around that specific term, like how much is my house worth in Philadelphia. Let's do "sell my house without realtor." All right, so we got some ads, right? You can see the ads, ad, and then we got realestateswitch.com, how to sell your house without a realtor. So this is basically a blog that they've created, and they're doing SEO marketing. So they're providing real value to people, real content. They're telling you how you can sell your house without an agent, right? They listed out the pros and cons. This is actually a pretty good article. Looking at this, they laid it out, and you can do something similar. So depending on your search engine, where you are, you can create a very similar article, and then you can start to add in your keywords. So as an example, I would do Philadelphia, "sell my house fast in Philadelphia." As an example is what I would do. "Sell my house fast in West Philadelphia" is another example. It starts to get really niche, but the concept makes, I'm sure the concept is, you can understand the concept. So SEO, right? That's how you utilize the, this is why it matters. This is why it's important, right? Let's go back here. SEO marketing. Let's think about some more SEO marketing. More SEO marketing that we can do. So another example of some SEO marketing is so I've built up a SEO presence for myself and my company, and this is SEO marketing. So if people go search for this specific keyword term, right, they're going to get all of these results. They're going to get all these results about me, my companies, my brokerages. This is the stuff that they get, and this is SEO marketing. So you begin to become an authority when you use SEO marketing, and all of this stuff is a version, and all of these things contributes to SEO marketing. Right, so there we go. 1, 2, 3. All this stuff contributes to SEO marketing. It does take time to build, but generally it is free. So all these results that we're seeing here, these are free results. I've built up these pages, and I'm appearing all over these things because I've built out my SEO, right? And the SEO that doesn't only come from me, but it comes from other people as well. So as an example, this was a speaking engagement that I've done, and he put my name in there. It was specific to real estate, so I'm appearing here as the results. And I think that page is down now, but I want to check it out really quickly. Yeah, that page is no longer there, like the full details, but that contributes to my SEO. Here you go. There I go again. Digital Real Estate Strategy by Jerome Lewis. That leads out to my YouTube channel. And you can see like all of these things come up because of my SEO. All right, so LinkedIn, I want you to focus on this. I want you to remember this because I'm going to talk about this a little bit later, right? But those are my SEO results, and that's what SEO marketing would do for you. So now let's talk about Google and YouTube SEO. So Google owns YouTube, and because they own YouTube, they like to promote each other, right? So Google is a search engine, but a lot of times they will make video suggestions. And as an example, this is still the search engine results for Jerome Lewis on Google, right? The search engine results page. I'll go over to video. and Google is making suggestions of my videos on YouTube, right? I have some other videos on Facebook, like that's a good example. And but typically Google and YouTube, since they own since Google owns YouTube, they like to make suggestions about YouTube, right? Let's see what that is. All right, so Google owns YouTube. Let's go to that's actually one of the search engines I forgot. I think YouTube is the number 2 search engine, right? So this is a search engine just like we went over with Google. I can type in how to sell my house. And this is the YouTube search engine results page. This is the YouTube search engine results page, and you can check this out. You can see everything here, right? So I might have to create a video. I think I just might do that. So these are search engine results for YouTube. YouTube is another good search engine. So just if we go back really quickly, let me show you. This is Google's search engine results page. Sell my house without a realtor. This is the Bing search engine results page. This is the DuckDuckGo search engine results page. And this is YouTube's search engine results page. And just like you see on Google, YouTube, they have advertising here. 1, 2, 3. And you can start to see some of the content that they've created. I'm actually going to create a video on how to sell my house fast, Philadelphia. I'm going to do that. All right, so let's go back to Google and YouTube SEO. Google and YouTube's SEO ties in together because they own each other. Now, Facebook, LinkedIn, and other SEO. So specifically, when I was on the even though Google and YouTube are closely associated, SEO is not just Google, right? So we often think that SEO is kind of just Google. It's not just Google, it's a search engine. So Google is a search engine, but they're giving you results of all of the many websites available. All of the many websites available. So we were talking Facebook. Remember, this is my search engine results page for Google. When I went over to here, you could kind of see some of my results coming up. So Facebook, I'm appearing on Facebook because I have videos out there, consistent videos on Facebook, right? And one of the things about SEO is that in Google is that they will want to prioritize websites that are legitimate. And there's a bunch of criteria that goes into proving the credibility of a website. But Facebook is a good example. Like we all know Facebook is a legitimate company. So if you create content on Facebook, that helps increase your authority in the SEO engine. Same thing with LinkedIn and Instagram. Like these are well-established companies that people know about. So you want to get your business in there and on there, and it will help contribute to your SEO. Now, LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is special because if you go to my search engine results, right, and I go to my all page, the all tab, LinkedIn, a lot of times they appear as the number 1 result for sites, and I don't know the reason why, but LinkedIn appears number 1. So if you don't have a LinkedIn account, create a LinkedIn account, and it's actually more beneficial for you to do this than Facebook because it will help with your SEO for when people are searching for you, right? So Facebook is good for branding, your network, people that know you, but LinkedIn is going to help contribute to people searching for specific key terms and searching for you specifically. Okay, so LinkedIn is something unique about the LinkedIn SEO. I don't know what it is, but it is special. So utilize LinkedIn. All right, now, so let's see. Last but not least, so what did we talk about today? We talked about SEO and we talked about it in simple terms, right? Try to break away from some of the jargon, or at least explain some of the jargon. We showed some SEO real world examples. We talked about why SEO matters and its importance. We talked about SEO marketing and we showed some examples. We talked about Google and YouTube SEO, the importance of that and how they're intertwined. Then we talked about Facebook, LinkedIn, and other SEO strategies. With that, I say thank you. If you want to learn more about me, you can visit my website, which is, you can scan that QR code there, or you can visit JeromeLewis.com. If you are interested in strategies like this and interested in growing your business, I have a course available at go.digitalrealestatestrategies.com. Go get that course. It has everything in it, including the resources, the bonuses, everything you need. We put that in the course. You get access to all of that stuff. Here's the link and the QR code for that course. And last but not least, don't forget, you can have access to our planner, right? And let me show you again. This is our planner that we have available. It's 240 pages. It's going to help you map out and plan out your real estate business the right way. All right. So here you go. If you want a copy, you can scan that QR code. If you want a physical copy, you can scan that QR code and it will take you to our website. Our website will, all you have to do is cover the shipping and we'll ship this to you for free. We're covering the shipping. Why? Because we want you to do business with us. And that's that, right? I'm no nonsense. I'm not here to try to trick you or swindle you or persuade you or convince you through slimy tactics. The bottom line is, the stuff that we do works. It works if you apply it, and we are even willing to back our stuff with a guarantee. So I'm giving you this planner absolutely free. All you have to do is cover the shipping and we'll send it right to you. Right. All right. With that, I appreciate you watching, and let's take a small break.